friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very different type of video that I am only filming merely because when I was first looking into this particular topic and I turned to YouTube for answers, I couldn't find any. So I've decided that I want to provide this video for somebody else who might be looking for it. Before any further, I probably should tell you what exactly we're talking about. So I subscribed to a monthly legging subscription. This is not new. It's not a new concept. I know it's been out there for a while. Like Fabletics is built off of the idea of a subscription monthly box of fitness gear. So a while back, I started following a fitness gear company called TYC or Tell You Collapse. And I think it was last spring, they were launching a monthly subscription service for their full length leggings and their legging shorts. I was hesitant because I know that typically subscription services tend to be trying to dish out products that they haven't sold, that they need to move product out, so they throw it into a box and make it a lot of value. And I didn't jump on the bandwagon. And to be honest, I also am weary of purchasing from companies that are fitness gear because I'm very picky about the fabric and I'm very picky about how sheer or not sheer it is. I think there are a lot of companies out there that claim their leggings are squat proof and that you won't see through them, and then I get my hands on them, I squat in the mirror, and I all of a sudden can see my rear end, and that is not what I'm after. I think it's super inappropriate personally. So I care a lot about the quality, the fabrics, how durable they're going to be. And the Tell You Collapse leggings are not cheap, and that bothers me, but I have come to find that despite popular belief, I have found that more expensive fitness leggings that are of good quality tend to hold up better over multiple washings. If you had asked me that 2 years ago, I probably would have told you you're correct. But as somebody who has purchased a lot of Target-esque leggings, they may not start out being sheer, but after washing them once a week for a solid year to year and a half, the material thins out. So as I mentioned when I first started this, immediately went to YouTube because it's an unboxing and I figured there'd be a lot of unboxings. And while there were a lot of reviews about the leggings themselves, and those reviews I found were quite mixed, there was nothing about the monthly subscription service. So let's go ahead and get started with an overview about the service. So a disclaimer to be aware of, that if you sign up for the monthly subscription, you are agreeing to a minimum of 3 months. I knew this going in, and that's partly why I hesitated, because I was like, well, if I don't like it after the first month, I'm buckled into 2 more months, and that's not super great. But something that I will tell you is after I got my 3rd month in the mail, I had decided I was going to cancel no matter what, because I don't really need leggings, new leggings every single month. Maybe if I had thrown away my collection or if I didn't own any to start with, it definitely would be helpful for me. But I knew no matter what, I would cancel. It was so easy. All I did was emailed their customer service and they immediately, no questions asked, were like, you're fine. Will you make sure for next month you are officially canceled? And I didn't have any issues. So that made it really easy. I was pleasantly surprised and pleased to see it play out that way. The other concern that I had about making the purchase was that sizing. Women's clothes in general are ridiculously awful for sizing consistency, but I really also never fully know if legging sizes are going to work appropriately for my particular body type. But what they say when you go to checkout is that if you need to make any changes in your account, address, your size, etc., all you have to do is send an email to info@tellyoucollapse.com, and they just say that it needs to be 3 days before your shipment in order to ensure that you would get it on time. And I'm pretty sure when I was going through their social media, going through Instagram in particular, I'm pretty sure they did say in some of their comments that if you got your monthly subscription and it wasn't a size that worked for you, they would be able to exchange it, but it's not on their disclosure information when you look at the website. What they tell you, though, is that the TYC Leggings Club means that you're going to get a surprise pair of our amazing leggings each month. It claims that spots are limited, but I've never seen it not be open. They also tell you that the leggings typically retail for $69.99, but you are paying $44.99. I'm pretty sure that has changed and that it used to be $59.99 and you were paying $44.99 for them. But I don't know, could be wrong. So technically you are getting them for a more discounted price, but you still end up paying for shipping. For some reason, that really bothers me. I really wish that they would include shipping in the discount part of that, but I also am a person who is like freakishly opposed to paying for shipping. I don't know, I just really hate doing it. I can't tell you why, I just do. But I swallowed that and I decided to go ahead and make the purchase. So now we'll talk about the 3 months worth of leggings that I received. I will not lie to you, I don't necessarily remember the exact order that I received each of these in, but I can show you how it came to me, how it was packaged, whole 9 yards. So what would come in the mail each month that I received it was one of these black Till You Collapse bags, and then inside of it they had a packing slip, and they had the leggings housed inside one of these plastic bags. I only thought to keep my last month when I was thinking of filming this, so I only have the plastic bag that my November leggings came in, because I did September, October, and November. I wish, in hindsight, I had kept the other bag solely for this video's purpose, because this is the only place that the actual type of legging it is that you're getting. And personally, I think that matters, not just for this review, but for me as a girl who might want to purchase more of that one type of legging. If I throw this bag out, I don't know now unless I like scrutinize the website, which I did, and it was not fun, PS. So you do get this bag with information on it. I ended up going with the size mediums, and here's what I find with my particular body. I am pear-shaped, which means that I have pretty wide hips, so I come into a pear shape. I also have a butt. I don't know, that feels weird. We all have butts, but like I have a juicy butt, I'm just gonna say that. So I tend to find that I need more room in the hip area with leggings. What I have found with these mediums is that they fit nice on my like thighs in particular. They fit nicely on my calves no matter what variation of leggings that I got. But I definitely found that in the hip waist area, they're a little bit looser, and I do find myself pulling them up. I personally wouldn't go down to a small because I think it would be too tight on my legs, and I don't want to put on leggings that require so much exertion of effort to like squeeze them on. I'm just not a big fan of that feeling. I don't want to feel like I'm busted biscuits trying to squish into these leggings. So if you're somebody who has more of a like trimmer hip area, you're probably going to be fine with these smalls. They do say that a small is a small/6, but that's not true for me because I typically wear size 6 pants, and a size 6 I don't think would work for me. So I went with the M/8 for all 3 months. So the first ones, I believe these are the first ones that I got, were these black leggings that look like this. They have a like crescent moon sheer like panel on each one of the legs, which is underneath your butt region. I have to say, I was super surprised to get black leggings. I feel like black leggings for a brand are their best-selling, always typically out of stock, like everyone's go-to color. I am not personally somebody who cares about having matching gym outfits, having trendy gym outfits. I don't really care what the color is. I mean, I obviously like the color, but I don't really care if it's super bright or vibrant or if it's not, if they're neutrals. I just wear whatever I like. So I was shocked. I really never thought there was a chance that they would be including black leggings because, again, I was under the thought process of they're just trying to clear out surplus stock. Now, that could still be the case. Maybe these aren't their #1 selling type of leggings, but the color alone, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. These are called their Intensity Crescent leggings. On the description of the website, it says these have a gorgeous mesh detailing on the back of the legs that give your glutes the illusion of a more rounded physique. The additional stitching also allows for a flattering look. Again, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care if my butt looks exceptionally nice in these. I'm just looking to get my workout on. But for some people, those things matter. Not judging, just saying. These retail typically on their website for $59.99. They are at this very moment $44.99, but they say that their full retail value is that. These, according to my invoice, I paid $44.99 for, plus I ended up paying $5.53 for shipping. So in total, I paid $50.52 for these. According to the inside label, it says that they are 80% polyester, 20% spandex. So here's my feelings about these. One, these are totally squat proof. I have worked out in these a number of times. I think I've worn these at least once a week since I've gotten them in September. You can do the math. It's currently February and I'm still rocking these happily. I don't treat these very special when I wash them. I put them in a regular washer. I put them in the dryer. Like, they have maintained their, shape. They're not too pulled out. The material has held strong. They are still super formed to my body, which is very nice. My one big complaint, and I don't know if this is just my body type or if this is just preference, not quite sure what it is, but you can see here the band where it is supposed to, what I argue, sit right above your hips. I find that these sit right below my hip bone, and I feel that that causes me to have to pull these up way more often, because since they sit right below my hip bone, they're not sort of leveraging onto anything, and because they're not leveraging onto anything, they tend to like scooch down a little bit more. I've worn these for all three of my workout types, my upper body, my lower body, and my high intensity interval training workouts, and no matter what, I tend to have that problem where I am pulling these back up. It's not make it or break it for me. It is not the end of the world. It doesn't deter me from wearing them, but it is a pain in the butt. I would prefer them to stay up a little bit better, but on the flip side, I wouldn't want them to be so conformed to me that it would be uncomfortable. Again, don't want to feel like a busted can of biscuits wearing these. So aside from that, I think these are really nice. I think it's a soft material. It definitely feels like a, high quality type of fabric. So I'm pleased with these. Would I buy another pair of that exact cut? Probably not, only because I prefer to not have to tug up my leggings if given the opportunity. Then in the month of October, I do believe that I received this pair of leggings. These, I don't know for certain, but I'm pretty sure they're the Intensity Strive leggings. They have pockets on the side, then they have a sheer panel that starts about mid-thigh and then goes all the way down the side of your leg. And then in the back, you have a stitching that has more of like a heart type of stitching detail, so it sort of shapes your butt region a little bit nicer. The inside material says that it's 87% nylon and 13% spandex. On the website, they describe these as saying these have mesh panels running down the side of the leg for not only a flattering style, but added ventilation as well. The seam work on these really show off all of your hard work in the gym. Ventilation, I'm not really sure that's legit. Like, I don't feel like these are any more breathable than the black pair that I had previously shown you. But I will say something to be aware of is that these show sweat. They definitely do. Again, I'm a person who doesn't really care. Like, I'm at the gym. I'm not looking to be in Vogue magazine. I'm already married. I'm not looking to attract somebody new. Like, I'm just there to get my workout on. And if I get sweaty or like I have sweat stains, showing through, that doesn't personally bother me, but I know some people, it does bother them. So if that's you, I would say probably steer clear of their lighter colors because they will show sweat. But if that isn't you, get whatever color you want, girl. So these are the ones that I have here. Same goes here for wearing and washing and durability. They have lasted very well. I have had no problems with the mesh nicking or getting any kind of hole. This all seems like high quality, well-made leggings. I will say though, compared to September, these are not as soft and buttery in texture. Not unpleasant, not scratchy, but just definitely not as soft. But I do also have the same problem with where they cut the line on these and that it sits just below my hip bone. And so I do find myself tugging these up. But again, it's not like absolutely problematic to my life. It just means that I have to pull up my leggings a bit more. But since I'm a girl who doesn't really care what she looks like, pulling up my leggings doesn't really bother me all that much either. I'm pretty easygoing about my gym gear as long as it is not sheer. And I can once again attest, even though these are light colored, I do not have problems with them being sheer. I have literally done all kinds of weird squat angles in front of my mirror before I wore them to the gym to assure myself of that. And they've remained to have that same opacity after washing them multiple times. The only thing I really can't speak to with these is the pockets. I don't use legging pockets. I don't know, I think that's weird. I don't want my phone on me. I also don't want it on me because I track my workouts on my phone, like when I'm lifting and stuff, I'm doing all on an app, so it would just be a pain in the butt to take it in and out. Plus, I don't know, I don't want extra stuff on me. I'm particular about very weird things. According to the website, these retailed for $59.99, but once again, they are currently at this very moment on sale for $49.99. According to my invoice, that is what I paid for these, was the $44.99 price tag plus the $5.53 for shipping, bringing my grand total for these leggings to be $50.52. I probably wouldn't repurchase this particular type of legging, but I think $50 is fair. Like, I have tried on leggings that are more expensive. I do own a pair of Lululemons, and I definitely don't think those are worth the price at all. But it's good to know that even a slightly different variation in the material didn't compromise the quality, didn't compromise the opacity, and again, they're nice. So I'm happy to have them. My final pair of leggings to arrive at my doorstep in November of this year were the Resilient Scrunch leggings. They claim this is black. This really doesn't look black to me. This looks like a nice navy blue. What we got going on with these is there's no mesh, there's no pockets, but we do have a like weird look. It looks very weird when I hold it up like this, but we have a like scrunch or a ruching down your butt crack region, which is meant to make your butt, I guess, look a bit more attractive or juicy. I'm not really sure the intent personally, but when I first pulled these out, I was like, I don't really know about this. I do know that this is trendy, and this is a trend that I've been seeing a lot of at the gym lately, but I decided to put them on, and they're actually the ones that I like the most on my body if I were to rank how pleasant, if I were to rank how aesthetically pleasing these look on my body. I really like the look of these. The like scrunching effect is really kind of a minute point because I wear longer tank tops and it tends to cover like the top part of my butt. So I feel like this ruching detail sort of falls to the wayside when I have my tank tops on. But if you're somebody who wears like a crop tank top or just a sports bra, or you have a more form-fitted sort of shorter type of tank top that you prefer to wear, this definitely would be a noticeable effect. So according to the website, these retail for $69.99. I don't know if November was like the change when they bumped the value price up to $69.99. That is what these retail for on the website right now if you were to go buy them. I, again, according to my invoice, paid $44.99 plus $5.53 in shipping, bringing my total to $50.52. I find that these show a little bit of sweat. It's not as bad as my October pair that are much paler in coloring. These do show a little bit, but it's not nearly as noticeable. Again, I can live with it. It does not personally bother me to see that I've been sweating. To me, it means that I'm working hard. I don't really care if you think that's gross or not. That's just where I am at the gym. So I really like these. For some reason, I don't know if it's because of the way the ruching pulls, but these end up sitting a little bit higher on my hips. In fact, they sit above my hip bones. They're the only pair out of all three that I can say that to. And so because of that, I do not have to tug these. Occasionally, which this is natural of every set of leggings, even my like Gymshark ones that are super suction to my body, I have to pull those up. Occasionally I pull these up, but it's not nearly as bad as when I'm wearing any of the other two pairs. Again, these are incredibly squat proof. They are nice and opaque. I have worn these dozens of times at this point, and they have held up just fine. I'm doing nothing special to wash them. I have had no problem with the ruching down my butt region. That has stayed true, and if I were to repurchase a pair of leggings, it would be these. It is not lost on me that I happen to love the most expensive leggings out of all three, but to be truthful, I definitely think that the seaming just works better for my body type. If you don't have this problem, if you don't have my body type, you may not have to experience that problem with it falling below your hip bone, and thus could go with the cheaper ones, especially since they're on sale right now on their website. But to me, I have enjoyed these the most. I prefer to wear these first. Out of all the ones that I reach for these. So now we come to my final verdict. You've heard my thoughts about each one of my leggings. You have seen me wear each one of these leggings, you lucky devil. And now it's time for me to tell you whether or not I think that you should go for this. Truthfully, I think for about $152, it was worth it. You know, when I think about the things that I can't stand about leggings and my hesitations about these, I didn't have any of those problems. The idea, the fact that I was going to get a bunch of reject, nobody wants it type of leggings, not true. All three colors are very neutral. None of these felt like the reject shades that they couldn't get rid of. I felt like all three styles were pretty figure flattering and they are nice. The material, albeit a little bit different with each one, but still good quality, not scratchy, good texture. They definitely feel like they were meant for durability and they were built and designed with a weightlifter in mind. They aren't just like froofy, girly leggings. They really have intention behind them, which I personally like. The opacity has never been a question for me. I've always felt comfortable doing any of the array of exercises or workouts that I do, and they've always held true. The styles have been a little bit different for my body type, not being the most successful, but even that wasn't a deal breaker. Even having to tug the leggings up is not a deal breaker to me. Perhaps if I went down a size, went down to a size 6, I wouldn't even have that problem. I just am somebody who'd rather have a little bit more give in their leggings versus them being a little bit too tight. That's just my style. Maybe that's not your style. So if you're questioning whether or not you should get this, or you're somebody who's in the market for leggings and you can afford this price point, I would go for it. I definitely think that it is a good bang for your buck, and I've been really pleased with these three styles. I definitely think that if I ever get to a point where I clean out my leggings or find that a lot of my cheaper quality leggings start to give out on me, I might resubscribe, or I might just start to purchase the scrunch leggings if they do go on a sale or some kind of clearance. So this is a very happy experiment. I was very pleased in the end. I'd be curious to know your thoughts if you've tried these leggings, what your pros or cons are, because again, we all have very different preferences. So it would be totally helpful for anybody else who watches this to leave your experiences down below, because I'm just one person who doesn't really have a lot of requirements when it comes to workout gear. Like, I don't know a lot of people who are okay not caring if like they look sweaty in certain parts of their body, but for me, I'm just pretty easygoing with that kind of stuff. So again, hope you guys enjoyed hearing about this. I know it's a very random video for my typical content, but like I said, I tend to come to YouTube looking for reviews. I'm a very visual person. I find that very helpful. So I was hoping to fill what I believe or found to be a gap when I was doing my research. But that is it for me. I will talk to you guys in my next video real soon. Bye.